what we see going on, you know, across the world, you know, is like people are get jittery with the climate. They might call it climate change. Things is moving, nature is moving according to its nature, you know. If man feel like, say, him have dominion over all things, but all things is moving according to its nature. The dog, cat, puss, rat, all of them are move according to its nature. Man seem to want to change the way him is. In other words, him don't want to move according to him nature. So now we hear of people that talk about more than two gender. That is really where we see I get pushed now. About two gender talking out. You can't mention to a woman now say she or a man he. You have to say the person. We are telling you this thing from a little while back, you know. Well, if I want to listen to what we have said, true, we don't have no PhD behind our name or DR in front of our name. But right now, it's something them a push. Them a push it upon the people, them strongly. When I say strongly, I mean like strongly. Where if a one want to say it's a cat, you can't say it is not a cat. Because now you have to say it now, because if a human being decides say that human being is a cat and you're going to say no, and them can carry you go to court for go on like say them don't realize say you're a cat. So now the talking now is gender. Gender, where a man is going to say him is a woman, and a woman is going to say she's a man, and you have to accept that as a reality. That is a sick mind. A sick mind. And all them things that emanate from the white world. Yes, it's the white world can cut up these little craziness in the earth and all. Like them want to confuse the next generation. And the next generation is being confused. Yes, because them take it as a joke. And don't know how deep that cultural, I'm trying to even know if I call it, and I go hold my mouth, so, but I wonder if I wonder if you see how deep it is. That now you have a generation of ones that come out and them are go to school in America and the teacher them can't say nothing because the parents is going to decide, or the children is going to decide for themselves if them is male or female. A little picnic, you know, 6, 7, 8-year-old picnic, I go decide if she's a male, if she's a female, or the male or female say if he's a male. At what stage in human history, except for now, that children is given the option of being either boy or girl? When you look on them naked, you know, say it's a boy or a girl. So at what stage in human evolution? Because we don't, for almost thousands of years, we don't evolve nowhere. We still, they are the man stage. Or the human stage. At what stage of human development that we now reach a stage where it's not two gender again? It's not two gender. And you can be prosecuted for saying that there are two genders. This is where it reach. This is where it reach. This is a gender issue that is rising up right now. And because we are so culturalized by America, America is deciding our fashion, our taste. We say it all the while. What we wear, what we eat, what we drink, how we have sex and all these things is decided by an American cultural imperialism. And now we see that gender thing is going all over the place. I'm rest assured, it's going to reach Anya. So, as a matter of fact, I think it's there already too. Yeah. I hear some wobbling are going up at the university there. Some wobbling are going up at the university. That you can't go look upon a girl now and say, she. What a terrible thing.
You are listening to the Black Radar YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
We just decipher this trend, this evolving craziness that was taking place, especially in America, where there's no more two genders. You can't be gender specific anymore. You have to be neutral. You can't just look at somebody and say, that is a boy and that is a girl. And they want your eye, they want to deceive your eye. And tell you, say, what you see is not what you see. What you believe is not what you know. What you know is not what you believe. And everything get confusing. Little boy can't say him is a cat. Next one can't start jump like him is a monkey. And why eat pure banana. That's serious thing. Serious thing. When did man evolve to that stage? Or is it that all of a sudden it just happened? Given that we know, say, you have man or maybe woman who born with two opposite genitals, like have both male and female genitals upon them. But that is not what is being pushed here now. What is being pushed is that a man with a penis is now saying him is a woman. And a woman with a vagina is now saying she's a man. That is where I get pushed by we now. It's not a matter of an obscure thing happening in nature. It's a human mind. The politics that is spreading in the human mind by some strange people, that when you start to now give out against it now, is you become strange. Yeah, you become strange because you give out against it. Who is you to talk about me as a girl? Who is you to talk about me as a boy? What kind of reality is being confounded right now? Because that is what I'm doing. Reality, facts, truth is being confounded to a perception. It is a perception that is guiding this craziness. What is the end game, we must ask? What is the end game? What are they trying to achieve in this confusion? What are they trying to what them trying to do? Is there a plan down the line that we can't comprehend, that we don't know of, but them don't see it already? Because, I mean, really, when we did just start the program, I never hear nothing like that go on. And we down in the decade of the program, I never hear nothing like that go on. I just said that day, I hear them tell me I go on, you know. I say never go on all the while, you know, but just I say, if actually, you know, it come on the front burner, I know that you can see say it happen. And we not see man evolve. If anything, man, I get more wicked on earth. That is where the evolution I take him. Where him a claim say must have dominion over all the earth. Oh, which creature on earth will man have dominion over them right now? Him can't have a dog as a pet or a cat as a pet. But I not seen say the creatures them on earth really go for man in the first instance. I say those things. Yeah, man, a dog, I look at him and say, go and give him length, you know. Make him go and feel say him, my boss. But if you remember doing the thing funny, I watch I see what I go and do him. You know, look how much things are going on earth. all of them destruction and fire and flood and them thing there. And no cow and goat and do them something there, A man, you think a God a cause the place to flood out? And them cyclone and them fire where you see a go on in a road, you think a God a do that? A man a do it. Man in him like a perverted and distasteful mind and move outside of him nature. Because we all belong and move according to our nature. That's what we're supposed to do. Why is man moving outside of him nature now to create disturbance and make it miserable for other creatures live on the earth? I mean, him don't eat them already, and I talk about him love them. The man say him love animal and him eat them. He might create disturbance already amongst the animal them. And he might create more disturbance by creating things that him feels so make him life better and more purposeful to live on earth. Him feels he might do a wonderful job for man. But what is the outcome of it? When we look at where he might create. See, they know him afraid of the AI now. He might create the AI and him afraid of it now. Because I'm saying the AI get out of hand too. So even an inanimate object that he has created and put life in is now looking upon him and I say, wait there, go and do what you do and see what's going to happen to you. You know, see it? Because I'm done show them things in a movie already, Him done show them things, that's why I say them have plans for down the line. 1 and 1 equal 2, 2 and 2 equal 4. And him go on and on, him have the thing planned out down the line. So when we say all them things in some like a fantastic movie and, Iron Man and robots and them things that way I say, why not just movie? Just movie. And not just movie again. Because him himself now, I get scared. Him I get scared. And even though I get scared, him still I recognize and him feel say what him do is in the benefit of the humankind. So I'm to the good old dirt and the good old tree and the good old birds and flowers and bees and what I'm to the good old vegetation and the good old H2O. What I'm to all these beautiful things that man come see. Man come see this thing here. It was the last thing with upon earth. The last of all the things that were upon earth, him come here last. And he might make the most problem for everything when it come before him. Plus himself. Plus things that don't have nothing to do with him. And then he might plan for go all up in the sky and go pollute. See them find out rubbish. I think boy, whatever go for one of them planets and the man them go back there and see rubbish pan up there. Rubbish! Them never take up the garbage when them left up there. That's not on earth we are talking about, We up over the sun. You might look for water, because I'm saying anywhere water the man can live there. And they might try to penetrate with this thing where them call. So they make the rocket them like penis. Because that is where man feels some power there. The bullet look like penis. Everything look like penis. We got fire shot. And you man talk about him, I got fire shot. What is going on? Human beings, what you not doing? You don't see what is happening. You don't see the guys them who have the money and create some things where when turn around and bite them. Then you don't always go see that the movie them, man. You don't see that the movie. It's not an illusion, It's not a fantasy, It's not no science fiction, It's science in reality. That is where I go on now. They might manifest what is in their mind and thoughts. And most of these people is middle-class white men doing it. People don't like you when say that, but it's true. The thinking of these people is creating havoc upon the earth, the animals, the birds, and human beings themselves. Because even though you can find easy life, because you have certain things. Like how me talk about this thing, you know. I mean, know say thousands of people are listening to me one time. And then them can tape that, and then millions of people listen to me again. Science and technology. And when I fight against science and technology, when if you understand that, we're not fighting against science and technology. We just say that human beings must understand that everything works according to its nature. There is no supernatural being that is creating the fire them that we see burn in California and in Portland, Oregon. The flood that we see and wash down the place is not no supernatural being that caused that. The war that you see going on between nations and nations is not no supernatural being creating it. Man create disturbance in the atmosphere with them chemical germs and them chemical warfare, and then him blame it upon something named God. Want to absolve himself from the evil that he's doing, working outside of his nature. And anytime you say we work outside our nature, you know say some terrible things happen. Terrible things happen. Maybe that's why human beings was the last something to appear upon earth. Yes, may I say that? Maybe human beings, it was good that human beings is the last thing that appear upon earth.
You are listening to the Black Radar YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they will get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it. They're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened. And therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
This thing, this one lick me. I mean, me hear it already, you know, but for hearing it, me ears with the headphone on it, make it even more profound. The only books in Africa that is translated in the language of the Africans is the Bible and the Quran. That means the African is learning how to pray to God in two oppressors' language. The Arabs enslave Africans and the Europeans enslave Africans. And we use them language to praise for them God. No book about science and technology get translated in an African language. And that's what the man say. All of the books them were in the school them that deal with science and technology, it's not translated in Film language. The only book that is translated in Film language, I mean the African language, is the Bible and the Quran. Think about it, you know. Think about it. Seriously think about it. Yes, El.
Yes, I.
Blessed man.
You there with me?
Yeah, man, I'm there with you.
Majesty, I.
As is.
Yes, I. You know, so I'm here the cameraman, you know, with a Vancouver, you know.
You are the carrier, man?
No, you remember the man when he said the cuss bad word?
Are you?
About a month ago.
Are you?
Yeah, man, I mean, see, man.
So why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I never cuss no bad word.
I mean, never cuss no bad word.
I never cuss no bad word, you know. And if I did cuss a bad word, possibly I slip out.
Then wait there. If it slip out, where it slip out from? Wait there, where it slip out from? Where it slip out from?
Huh?
Where the bad one slip out from?
What do you mean? You don't know, so them words, there are some beautiful words.
No, on the radio. You're going to make me lock you off. No, because I come like you want to cuss the next one, no, because it's beautiful. You call for cuss next bad word.
Like me, slip out for you.
No, slack him off, Lock him off, Rasta. Come on, where man tell me say. A regular me slip out for me. You hear about that slip out from me. And music, me play and it slip out and me. What I mean, I love it. And where them people come from, Rasta? Me think the man that call now for apologize and go on to our next subject. The man call for come tell me say, a beautiful words them. They don't know say a beautiful words. Beautiful words no mean say if you talk it certain place and them not allow that. And them know that too. What kind of ignorance that, brethren? What kind of ignorance that? You know, the brethren say never cuss no bad word, it slip out. I want to know where it slip out from.
You want to know what is a scam? A scam is having the Bible translated into Swahili, Yoruba, Igbo, Zulu, and every other African language, but having 0 scientific books translated into a single African language. That is a conspiracy. That is a trap, and that's a scam. Someone who can be scammed with the same trick over and over again for decades upon decades is considered a fool, and their gullibility and lack of critical thinking make them willing participants in their own destruction. I have walked into different libraries, and I have seen university science books translated into Chinese, Russian, Portuguese, Arabic, and so forth. I have seen Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill translated into French. I have seen the Japanese version of A Man's Search for Meaning. I have seen the Spanish version of Alchemist. I have seen the Arabic version of The Art of War. All these books, I have seen them in various languages, but none in any African language. An African child is sent to Arabic school just to learn Arabic, so that he can read the word of her supposed creator, while the Arab prays and learn in their own language. African child learns and pray in other languages. You will find churches in Africa where the English became preacher would have a native translator next to them doing the translation. Here's where the scam comes. And you will never find a school in Africa where the teacher will have a translator next to them to translate chemistry, physics, mathematics, geography, economics to the students. I have seen many science books translate into various languages, but none in any African language. The Chinese are taught mathematics in Chinese. The Japanese are taught engineering in Japanese. They are all taught finance, chemistry, astrophysics, accounting, medicine, geology, government in their languages. The only book that Africans have had in their languages is the Bible and Quran. The only time Africans have something translated them to in their language is in a church and mosque. The black African wretched of the earth is the only member of the human race who has been brainwashed to think that his ancestors bequeathed him with a curse that has prevented home from attaining his goal and desires. Almost every misfortune he encounters on earth is the fault of some ancestors who must be bound and cast in the fire of the Holy Ghost. The white people don't have terrible ancestors. The Arab that enslaved Africans for 700 years don't have wicked ancestors. No member of human's race has wicked ancestors who have done terrible things. No, it's only the black Africans. Black Africans are the only member of human race that will sit down, write a movie script to mock or belittle his or her heritage. In Western world, Xmas is the biggest festival. Christmas stemmed from both the Roman paganism and Roman cultures. The biggest festival in Arab world is Eid al-Fitr. The biggest festival in Israel is Pesach. The biggest festival in China is Spring Festival. Festival of Light is the biggest festival in India. Black people are probably the only human species on planet Earth that helps other races celebrate their own festivals, but nobody celebrates theirs with them. They generally believe their own ways are inferior. Therefore, it's hard for them to evolve the beautiful things their ancestors left. He belittled the ancestors who gave him life. The continent is the only continent where Christianity and Islam concept of a God is shared equally. Even though both preach peace and love, yet there is no peace and love. When an African man is not praying to a foreign God, he will be treating himself in a foreign hospital, or visiting another man's country for religious purposes, or praying to his own creator in Arabic. He calls another man's history holy book, just because they told him to ask him, what is holy about the book? It's an abomination for him to see the world through his own culture. Slaves weren't allowed to do that. He steals money from his land to keep in a foreign land. His God and his country was created for him. No wonder nobody respects him. The black man is roaming around the world like a tortoise without a shell. He has no backbone, zero identity. No one respects him. He is lynched in Malaysia, incarcerated in Cambodia. He is shot like a dog in the streets of America. Not until we all free our minds from mental slavery, we will be wretched of the world.
Yes, man. What a message. What a message. If you don't hear nothing else in the night, I want that soaking. If I don't do nothing else in the night, I want that soaking. What a message. Serious thing. I wonder if you really listen to what him say. I wonder if you I wonder if you really listen to what the man say, Rasta. Because I listen to it and I play it. I mean, I listen to it. I mean, listen to it before over. That me know some want to play it. What a message. Who go and stand up? Who go and stand up and declare, say, the system is a fraud? That we learn other people things in their language. But we don't know our things because we don't know our language. We learn about them God in their language, but we don't know. As a matter of fact, when we hear about our things, we start call it demon thing. Even black people on here so who claim to them conscious. Them hear about certain Mayanism, voodooism, Obi and all them something there. Them demonize it. You know see it? Because everybody hold on upon Christianity. When Christianity was given to us forcefully, and then we start to accept it freely. Islam was given to us forcefully, and then we start to accept it just like that. Years, it continue. Who's going to stop it? You can't stop it. But you can't go stop it, you can't stop it. Because you don't know what is what and what is not. You don't know what is you and what is them. You know what is them, but you don't know what is you. Yeah, the stepfather them. The stepfather them during the COVID create havoc in the house. The stepfather them create havoc in the house. There's more traumatic experience taking place now amongst the little children, especially the girls them. And one of the main problems is that the stepfather, you know, him are really the bloodline. Him just go and like says a little girl in the house, where him look at a little sex object. And some of them parents, if the daughter go tell the mother, you know, the mother begs with the little picnic and talk about, say, she try back full out her mouth. You know, see, because she now believe what the little picnic say. And that, growing at the little picnic and become a traumatic experience, right through. Daddy don't touch me dear. It's a terrible thing. And she can't tell the stepfather that. She can't tell the stepfather because he man don't know daddy. Maybe it's a daddy if you picnic outside. And I see him left the picnic outside, him come abuse a little picnic inside. And then we ask now, where the real father there? Where the real father there? But when we look at the whole situation, things turn upside down in Jamaica right now. Totally upside down. Totally upside down the thing turn. You know, Jamaican people don't know if they go forward or they must step backward. They're like 1 step forward and 10 steps backward. And we must understand how important the family is to the society. The family is a point, the pivotal point, the nucleus of any society. And if the family now work out, the society now go work out. You know, see, I was to the youth them now, I don't know what kind of house them a come from. What kind of house them youth can come from. That them can behave like where them a behave now. You can carry gun to school, that's that. You know, I know some man used to carry a ratchet knife, but gun, the man carry ratchet knife, guys, when you're youth, the man carry ratchet knife to school and it was terrible. But no man I carry gun, a threaten a teacher. As a matter of fact, I treat a teacher, we saw that video where a teacher threaten a youth. And the youth stand up to him, you know. The youth stand up to him and a back chat. And the teacher decides, oh, we're going to box you. And then parents come down there and pull gun and all them something. That's where it reach. Jamaica is such a sweet place, believe you me. In all the sourness and the bitterness, we still find time for joke and laugh with one another. In the mess we find ourselves in. The people, them are all up, you know. Yeah, man, I'm glad. I like how them are all up, Rasta. Because I tell you, say, anytime the tank bus, anytime the tank bus, you know, whosoever cause it, can feel it. I tell you that. So the people, them are going now, COVID done on the treat, the COVID thing getting at the people, them head. And you saw them come out now and live, go on happy now and ray. And then you have some man around the corner, they kill one another. Cause of vengeance. Yeah, man, vengeance. A vengeance killing are going, you know. Vengeance killing. But it's all the youth them just wicked against one another. Wicked against one another. While you have some people around the party from Monday to Sunday. And you have another day too. Yes. Them a party straight. And have fun. Restaurant. Any night you go in a restaurant now. Place full. Especially the uptown restaurant, them full up.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.